Hey, Chris and Fresh. I'm Low Tech, and we're gonna play some DeFi Kingdoms here today. And we're gonna go into the tavern here. We're gonna do some duel action here. While we do our duels here, I want to talk about here why I personally will not run a bot on DeFi Kingdoms here. I'm definitely want to preference it's definitely more of a personal choice here. I don't think there's anything wrong with running a bot or the people who develop bots. I have no issue or anything with that there. I have some mild concerns, but that's kind of future things. I'll get into that. But overall, if you want to run the bots, the people who make the bots, that's not a problem there. And like I said, to to go back here, I have a whopping 21 potatoes in my massive shrimp army here. I, but with that being said, could I benefit from having a bot that constantly runs my heroes to complete efficiency? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. I just, and for reasons I'll go into, I choose not to. And also, I'm not trying to bring any hate to people who want to run the bots. That's your choice there. It's your risk to reward ratio, what you're willing to accept there. I don't know, the the what's the ratio to the F around to the find out ratio. So, but I don't know. It's not for me here. Um, so some of the things I want to go into why I think the bots specifically not something for me. It's the threat surface there. It's the attack surface. Um, right now, where we're in the bear market. Things are low, everything's kind of chill, and it's very easy in these kind of conditions during the bear market to be in a very complacent situation and get used to the daily grind while we wait for things to thaw out. I mean, we're hanging out here in Crystal Vale in the land of ice and snow, but things are hopefully starting to turn around. Things will warm up in Serendale. Things will get bullish, but when things like that happen there, and there's more tension and things go up there in the game, just like with Axie Infinity, the game had a lot of attention, and with that attention and value in the game there, that brings potential risk uh, from people being just targets, from attackers, from people who want to take advantage and yeah, exploit one way or another to get your funds into their funds, and nobody wants that. Um, and like I said, with the way the bots currently run, like we'll talk about like the waifu bot by Carlos, which is an awesome bot. I think it's a really cool project. I really like the way he's got the NFTs, which I guess it seems like it was NFTs was something he first set up and then was able to give them a functionality, quote unquote, by tying them to the bots. It's neat how he has a limited rollout as far as how many are minted, available. There's a staggered pricing, things like that. Sounding like a commercial for the guy, but it's a neat idea, and it's definitely there's considerations. It's not just trying to flood the market with bots and things like that. I so at let's see here. We go dueling. We got 1818. What we got? Yes, bonus for that Arctic background. Yeah, get some. Bring it. Yeah. All right. So look at that. Oh, Mellow Green Giant. Thank you. Thank you for the win there. All right. But there's definitely a lot of neat ideas going on with the waifu bot, the project, just the way the pricing, everything's set up there, the support levels. It's awesome stuff. I have nothing bad to say. But when you're running the bots there, even though it all runs local on your machine, you're not You're not connecting to anybody's server or doing anything that you wouldn't, you're not sending any data you wouldn't normally be sending by doing the same clicks we're doing here. It's just doing it through the to the contract directly instead of through the web page interface here. So it's you're just running the code locally on your machine, but every time you do, you're copying your private key. And so even though it's a very tiny, minimal threat surface, it is a threat surface. It's an attack surface. You're copy and pasting. You're putting your private key into the clipboard of your computer, and that's something that malware or attackers will leverage as a way to attack. If I can get I can pull your clipboard, then I've got the keys there, or at least access to them. So, or at least access. Yeah, you get where I'm going here. So that, like I said, it's a small surface, but it's a threat surface, and it's what an attacker could target. And in a situation where we see massive gains in Jewel or DeFi kingdoms in general and attention come to the game like we all want to see, because I'm pretty sure we're all really bullish on the project here. I mean, it's the developers are amazing. They're constantly putting out new content, working on stuff. I've been very happy with the game itself. So you can't really blame the game for what happened on Harmony and things like that. So there's been controversy, but overall, I think it's a great project, and I'm bullish. So, but with that being said, I hate to see anybody lose their funds, especially when you go from being in the bear market to see your value increase and see that excitement, and then that's an extra level of pain. It's one thing when the bear market comes and like everybody loses their money, but to see everybody else go up in value and finally hit those profits only to not have anything, because of a breach in the wallet or a loss of funds. That's I don't know. That's extremely devastating. So it's just something I completely want to avoid. And this whole thing, I mean, it could be a mute point at some point if we get an update into the game here where they make some kind of auto questing in the game itself. This may be just a complete mute issue there. But with that being said, I definitely think it's a possibility that we can see other bots emerging for other potential tasks. I don't know what that would be, but see where the game comes. You may want, I don't know, we may see people wanting pet bots or some kind of crafting bots or who knows, travel bots. If you've got to spend stamina to travel from one point once the land's open, like we don't know where it's necessarily going or gonna be. So let's see here. I need to go down here to that. There we go. But yeah. So, and like I said, that's the other thing that's with mods. I don't think it's really an issue here right now at the moment. But it's possible. I've definitely seen other games, online games, whether they've been for like mobile platform or computer games, that have just been overwhelmed by bots and the game being ruined due to bots or have devastating effects. Let's go. Let's see. We've already got the background bonus. Oh, we might. Oh, we got this. We got this. Come on, elements. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got this. What? 2 in a row. Ooh. Thank you. Oh, it's prime time. Prime time. Who's going to kick me out of the Discord? Thank you. Thank you for the victory. Ever so humble. That's awesome. 2 in a row. Get out. Get out. Let's just stay in solo here. Ooh, look at us go. But I do want to go over kind of some points that I think maybe I'm not trying to uh, get that. Okay, now I can think. So some of the things that are, as far as talking about threat surfaces, and an attacker's going to go for the low hanging fruit there and what's easy. And right now, the way a lot of the bots work, they've all got their Discord channel, along with, like I said, you've got the NFT. So there's a convenient way to identify people who not only have large amounts of heroes, but are running software to manage these heroes. So if an attacker is looking for a target, there's a good place to start there. I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't be in any discords, and it's just it's things to think about there. It's your risk to reward ratio. I don't think there's anything wrong with just being in a Discord, but when you're in a specific Discord for running your heroes, which would be if you had a large amount of heroes, because if you're someone like me with 20 heroes and a couple $100 into the game, I'm not the one you're going after. You're going after someone who has a lot more to get that nice payday. So just kind of things that I think about, and is why I would not run a bot. But like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with running a bot, and I definitely think that there's benefits, like especially people who run the bots. They're running their heroes far more efficiently, and then as a benefit to the blockchain itself, we've got more transactions, we've got more fees. So everyone benefits by the people who run their bots. Just as overall in the grand scheme, we're seeing just more usage of the blockchain, which in theory leads to more jewel being burned, and everyone wins. So, and then people who are running the bots, there's definitely you're getting closer to the contracts and the programming side of things, and whether you just kind of learn to do what to do, or but it's getting you closer and learning more about the smart contracts. Oh, we've not got a background match. Oh, they don't either. We're 17, 10, and how's these elements gonna pair? Ooh, whoa, rock and roll. Oh my goodness, three duels in a row. Oh my goodness, if only my ramblings here in this video were doing as well as my duels are. Oh my goodness. Mellow Green Giant, thank you again for the win, ever so humbly. Wow. All right, let's get back to it. So, but yeah, the people who are running these bots, you're just by running your configuration files, you're seeing kind of how you're getting a glimpse into the code that's running the smart contracts, things like that. So I definitely think that's a positive. The more people understand the blockchain and what's going on, it's not necessary, but it's the more you understand, the more you know. Rainbow hands. So, and like I said, the bots, at least with the waifu bot, it's running locally on the system. I don't think it's overall a big issue, but if you want to, as you have more funds, so a lot of people have a lot of money invested, which brings me to one of my problems with the bots. If you want to run a bot, you're not doing so with a hardware wallet, because you've got to be here when that MetaMask pops up. I've got to be able to hit a button on that hardware wallet to confirm before it confirms on the. So you're not running a bot because you're not going to be able to confirm those transactions. You're going to be having a wallet that is. It just isn't protected with that extra layer of security. And that's definitely something to think about, because there's people that in the bear market, in our current conditions, have a large sum of value already in present conditions. And to not be using a hardware wallet is definitely something to think about. I mean, we're talking, it's $100, I think. The I don't know the pricing, but I believe like I said, and where I'm going with this here, regardless of which hardware wallet you're using and the pricing of said wallets there, um, they're under $200. We're talking about you get in for $100 or so, whatever. But that's a fraction of what you've got invested in the game. And yes, it's an extra step. It's a hassle, but it's that the amount of hassle that's involved in using the hardware wallet, the benefit and security far outweighs any amount of hassle of having to press the extra button each time. So and especially if things get bullish, the market heats up, then yeah, the smaller amount of funds are just going to be worth more and more, and you don't want to get that loss. That's kind of brings me to Ogre, who Ogre was a member of the community, or still is a member of the community. But if I understand correctly, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But the way I understood it, or remember it at least, is that he just connected his MetaMask to a website. I don't believe he even sent his praise or anything. He just connected to the wrong website, and then the permissions that he allowed when he connected allowed for his wallet to be drained essentially of all his money. And he had a sizable value in that wallet. That's devastating. But I remember because I was watching, I think it was Climb Crypto, that YouTube channel. But he had a video talking about it, and I think it was like the next day, the next video, they've got videos talking about how to set up the hardware wallet to work with MetaMask. And it's like, yeah, it's at that point it's too late. But it's oh my god, wow. I totally thought we were get out prime time again. Thank you for your donation. Are we getting stuck in this loop of people talk about getting the same ghosts over and over? Ghost in the machine, man. Oh, let's keep going. I got the DFK duel fever. No. All right, let's keep it going. But to get back to, like I said, Ogre, and it's just if he had a hardware wallet, that could have been that extra step that helped prevent that massive loss of funds. And part of that gets back to the complacency. It's things are down, you're in the and somebody sends you a link and you just click the thing and then click and that, which brings me back to attack surfaces and being the low-hanging fruit. And if you're in a Discord where there's people with bots because they've got large amounts of heroes, and somebody comes into that Discord and is able to send a link to some site, that it only takes one person to connect their wallet to that malicious site, and then we don't want to see anybody lose money, so it's just those are my concerns. And like I said, at least the way things are, the number of heroes that I've got, I'm okay doing the manual, and I feel at some point we'll have some kind of auto questing or hero gardening, whatever that will occur, so that we'll just either lock up the heroes to just repeat the quest, or I have faith in the devs because they can do something. So but let's see how this duel's going. I think I've covered most of what I want to go over here with my concerns here. But yeah, let's get this. Oh, no matches, it says. I need to refresh here. What's going on here? And then this guy here, this guy, man, I like to think that every time he does that, like that's his mug refilling, like a ding, like he took a drink and it's like bling. He just got the everlasting gobstopper of mugs. Oh, there's a D&D item that's an actual anyway. So, but yeah, just kind of while we try to get this duel going here to recap, there's nothing wrong with running a bot. Just kind of be aware of the threat. A lot of the people that I see do have a specific wallet that's set up. Like even Rock, he he calls his wallets even named compromised. So which is it's the perfect way to think about it because yeah, you're going into those private keys. So yeah, even if it's on a tiny level, it is compromised. So that is a good way to think about it. But a lot of people take extra layers, steps to having specific wallets with just certain heroes. It's I don't think people are willy-nilly and not aware of the concerns here. It's just, I'm too much of a paranoid android to go that route and then watch me get 25 heroes and be like, oh, I need a bot, guys. Which bot do I get? No, well, I'd get Carlos's waifu bot is what I'd get. but yeah, paranoid android, no waifu bots, no bots at all for me. And then, like I said, and the other thing that I will implore, if you've got enough heroes to where you're running a bot to manage your heroes, I think you have enough vested in the game where you should seriously consider getting a hardware wallet, running a hardware wallet. Protect your funds, protect your keys. It's like I said, it's not likely bad things will happen, but we want to do everything that we can to prevent. And like I said, a lot of us were here for what went down with the Harmony. Some people were affected more than others. And then I don't know. I don't want to see anything like that. It affected the game so badly, and I hate to see any kind of fiasco or anything like that just come around again to devastate the game. Because it was something that was out of control of the developers' hands, and that negatively affected the game. But yeah, we'll wrap up this last duel because I got the duel fever. Duel fever. Well, there we go. Okay. Not the background for us. Okay. That's awesome start. And then what's our elements? Oh my goodness. King Baka. Aye. Thank you, Senpai. Alright. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, with that awesome streak here, and documented. Oh my goodness. That's that is epic. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate you watching. Do you run a bot? Do you not run a bot? Am I crazy? Am I the only one who is paranoid android and says I will not run a bot just for the small, teeny tiny chance extra risk it brings? Or am I totally alone here? Let me know your thoughts. Interested as always, and then we will see you around.